What's up, CLC kids? How's everybody doing today?
Hello.
I hope that you've had a wonderful week.
Yeah, me too.
Laura?
Yeah.
What are we doing today?
We're camping.
We're still on our camping trip.
We're still camping. I hope that you guys are doing awesome because we are on our second week.
Week 2.
Week 2 of our series we like to call
Wildlife. An adventure in trusting God.
That's right.
Now, we have a message that we're so excited to share with you guys today.
That's right.
But before we do, we got to do something pretty important.
Of course.
We need to turn on our listening ears.
Let's do it.
Okay, everybody, on the count of 3.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Boop!
Because we have something awesome to share with you.
You know what, Laura? I'm really starting to enjoy this whole camping lifestyle. You know, I wasn't so sure about the whole camping thing to begin with, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good at it. You know, it's been 24 hours now of camping, and I almost feel my manliness leveling up with each passing day, just becoming more and more manly. By the moment, I can almost feel my beard is even growing thicker just through the manliness of my outdoorsiness. I'm just really starting to enjoy this lifestyle. I could spend a lot of time out here. It's fun. It's cool. I've never felt so manly in my life. Bears, bring it on. I'm not scared of bears. I could live off the land. Could find wild berries to eat and fish and maybe, you know what, I was actually thinking that I'm getting so good at this that maybe I will just become a park ranger one day and start like a whole league of park rangers where we do park ranger activities. And Laura, where did you guys see where she went? Laura? Oh my gosh, I am not equipped. I am not ready to be alone in the wilderness. Where is Laura? Do you guys know where Laura went? There's a note. She left us a note. It says, I'm going out. L. Going out where? Where did Laura go? You guys, we need to find her ASAP. There is no way that I am surviving in the wilderness by myself. We gotta find Laura. We gotta find Laura. Laura, we're coming. We're coming. We can't survive out here without you.
Grow, 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 grow.
Laura! Whoa! Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry. I was just looking for you. We were hanging out and then you just disappeared.
Well, you were talking about how great the outdoors were, and I realized that I wanted to try growing something, and so I couldn't wait for you to finish. I just went off.
You wanted your seeds to grow?
I wanted my seeds to grow.
Well, how were you trying to get them to grow?
Well, I was holding them in my hands, and I was saying, grow, 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 and closing my eyes and hoping that they would grow, but then you came along and scared me and I scattered them everywhere, and now I have to start over.
You have to start over? Laura, I don't mean to be a party pooper, but I don't think that's how you grow seeds. Don't you have to put them in the soil?
Well, I didn't have time for that.
You didn't have time? What else do you have to do?
Well, I had to be done by lunch.
By lunch? What's so important about lunch?
Well, if I finished by lunch and had my seeds grow, then I could reward myself with gummy bears.
Gummy bears?
Gummy bears.
You want gummy bears?
Yeah, gummy bears are delicious.
You love gummy bears?
I love gummy bears. You can have them sweet or sour.
What's so great about gummy bears?
They're delicious.
Huh. You know, Laura, I don't know how to break this to you, but I don't think that lunchtime is going to be enough time to grow a plant. You know, creating something takes time. You have to plant it and water it and care for it. You need to make sure that the soil has enough nutrients. You know, I actually have a friend who's pretty good at this kind of stuff, and you know, he might be able to show us a thing or two.
Okay, let's see.
Let's check it out. Cut that. Cut that. Hey there, young adventurers. Welcome back to some nature walks with Ranger Scott. That's me. My name is Ranger. My name's Ranger Scott, and today we want to teach you about nature. Come on, everybody. Let's go check out nature. Well, hey there. Hey there, nature lovers. Super cool nature fact for you is that not only is nature super good to look at and super yummy to smell, but sometimes nature also sounds real good too. Did you know that little blades of grass like this can sometimes be cool little instruments? Check it out. Usually it works. Nature's cool. Come on, everybody. Oh, neat. Oh, you know what we got here, everybody? This guy right here is a baby tree. And you can tell that it's a baby tree because it's smaller than a regular tree. Nature's neat. Hey, Daniel. Nature rocks. One of the cool things that we park rangers just love to do is that we get to plant trees. That part of being a park ranger is keeping our forest looking all fresh and pretty. And so today we're going to teach you how to plant some trees of your own. Check it out. First thing you need is a good old shovel, just like this one right here. I call his name Steve. And the next thing the next thing that you need are some seeds. Check it out. Now, I got sunflower seeds today because I'm hoping to plant some sunflowers, and I got them as dill pickle flavor because that's my favorite. And so the first thing that we're going to do today to plant our trees is we're going to dig a hole. All right, everybody? So we're just going to dig a hole. Oh, look at that! I got some little schmutz on my leg. We'll just wipe that off. All right, we're going to dig our hole. All right, nature lovers. Here we go. Okay. That's a pretty good hole. What do you think, Daniel? How's that hole? You want to come take a look at our hole? Now the next thing that we're going to do, nature lovers, is we're going to take our little dill pickle seeds here, and we're just going to sprinkle a couple in our hole, just like that. All right, there's our seeds. And then we're just going to take our shovel again, okay? And we're just going to pat that back up. And look at that, nature lovers. Neat. Now the first thing that we got to do now that we've planted our cool seeds is we got to wait, because you know nature, it doesn't just get this pretty over time. It takes a little while for things to get so beautiful, and that's why we have to take such good care of nature, is because you know it doesn't just get so beautiful overnight, but it takes water and it takes some sunlight. But you know, just a little bit of time, and our seeds are gonna look pretty cool. Wow, Ranger Scott, thanks so much for sharing that with us.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I had no idea it takes so much to get something to grow.
Yeah.
It makes me think when I look at the trees around us, or the big open sky, or the birds flying around, or the little critters running around along the ground, and I think to myself that none of this was created in a day. All of it took time, it took effort.
Yeah.
Could we go back to the campsite and I could tell you a cool story?
Sure, I'm okay with that.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Let's go. But hey, Ben.
Yeah?
Do you think I could still get some gummy bears?
All right, Laura. The story that I want to tell you is found in the book of Genesis. And this is the very first book of the Bible.
Okay.
In fact, this is the very first story in the Bible. And it starts like this. It says, in the beginning, when God created the universe, the earth was formless and bare. The raging ocean that covered everything was engulfed in total darkness, and the Spirit of God was moving over the water. Then God commanded, "Let there be light," and light appeared. God was pleased with what he saw. Then he separated the light from the darkness, and he named the light day and the darkness night. Evening passed and morning came. That was the first day. Then God commanded, "Let there be a dome to divide the water and to keep it in two separate places," and it was done. So God made a dome, and it separated the water under it from the water above it. And he named the dome Sky. Evening passed, and morning came. That was the second day. Then God commanded, "Let the water below the sky come together in one place, so that the land will appear." And it was done. He named the land Earth, and the water which had come together he named Sea. And God was pleased with what he saw. Then he commanded, "Let the earth produce all kinds of plants, those that bear grain and those that bear fruit." And it was done. So the earth produced all kinds of plants, and God was pleased with what he saw. Evening passed, and morning came. That was the third day. Then God commanded, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate day from night, and to show the time when days, years, and religious festivals begin. They will shine in the sky to give light to the earth." And it was done. So God made the two larger lights, the sun to rule over the day, and the moon to rule over the night. He also made the stars. He placed the lights in the sky to shine on the earth, to rule over the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God was pleased with what he saw. Evening passed, and morning came. That was the fourth day. Then God commanded, "Let the water be filled with many kinds of living beings, and let the air be filled with birds." So God created great sea monsters, all kinds of creatures that live in the water, and all kinds of birds. And God was pleased with what he saw. He blessed them all and told the creatures that live in the water to reproduce and fill the sea. And he told the birds to increase in number. Evening passed and morning came. That was the fifth day. Then God commanded, "Let the earth produce all kinds of animal life, domestic and wild, large and small." And it was done. So God made them all, and he was pleased with what he saw. Then God said, "And now we will make human beings. They will be like us and resemble us. They will have power over the fish, the birds, and all animals, domestic and wild, large and small." So God created human beings, making them to be like himself. He created them, male and female. And he blessed them, and he said, "Have many children, so that your descendants will live all over the earth and bring it under their control. I am putting you in charge of the fish, the birds, and all the wild animals. I have provided all kinds of grain and all kinds of fruit for you to eat. But for all the wild animals and for all the birds, I have provided grass and leafy plants for food. And it was done. God looked at everything he made, and he was very pleased. Evening passed, and morning came. That was the sixth day. And so the whole universe was completed. By the seventh day, God finished what he had been doing and stopped working. He blessed the seventh day and set it apart as a special day, because by that day he had completed his creation and stopped working.
So what you're saying is that God created the whole universe and he took time to do it?
Yeah, God cared so much about the world that he took his time to create it. And he even took time to create us, humans. And he gave us everything that we need to survive.
Wow, that's pretty cool. But Ben, I noticed something else in that story.
Oh, yeah.
When he was talking about creating humans, the Bible said that God was very pleased and that he made us to resemble him.
Oh yeah, it does say that, doesn't it?
Yeah, but what does resemble mean? Does it mean like look like him?
Well, I think I've got something that can help us understand that a little bit better.
A mirror?
Of course! Who doesn't take a full-length mirror camping? You gotta have one of these when you're out in the wilderness.
Oh, okay.
Now, Laura, what would you say a full-length mirror like this is good for?
Well, I know that I can see things in a mirror. Like I can wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and see what I look like. I think that it lets me see my image in the reflection.
That's totally right. And get this, being made in God's image is kind of like being a mirror. In the same way that this mirror reflects your image, we reflect God's image to the world.
Oh, I think I get it. So God created light and dark, and he created land and water, and the birds and everything else, and he created us to resemble him.
That's totally right. And he made some of us tall, he made some of us short, he made some of us really skinny, and some of us a little bit wider.
Yeah, you know what? He even made us in all different colors, with all different talents and abilities. And even though we might look different from one another, God still made each and every one of us in his image. And he cares about each and every one of us.
You know, that's a great point, Laura. In fact, that's kind of like our main point of today. And it's this, is that the same God that created the heavens and the earth created you. And he cares about you.
Hey, that's a good main point. Why don't we try saying that together? Are you ready?
Sure, let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
The same God that created the heavens and the earth created you, and he cares about you.
Hey, that reminds me of our memory verse for today.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Okay, it's found in Psalms 8, verse 3 and 4, and it says this: when I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you have set in place, what is mankind that you would be mindful of them? What are human beings that you would care for them?
That is such an awesome verse. I know I'm going to work on remembering that one this week.
Yeah, I love that one.
Well, kids, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in with us once again. Hope you've been enjoying our camping trip so far. And we got a few different ways for you to stay connected with us while we are in the great outdoors.
That's right. You can always follow us on Instagram, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, that's it for now, everybody. Bye.
Goodbye for now.